Back inside the Holt Fieldhouse. And we're moments away from tip-off here as we look at the Lander starting lineup real quick. Crystal Williams, a junior from Riverdale, Georgia, gets the nod, 9.9 points per game. Destiny Langford, the sophomore from Lexington, South Carolina, in a four-guard lineup for this Lander side. Jessica Harris, 8th in the country in steals this year, 96 of them. And Chelsea Mitchell, 3rd in the nation in steals. She has 102 of those this year. Brashay Johnson rounds out the starting five, a 5'9" post player. First team all Peach Belt pick, 16 points, 7 rebounds on the season. She is as good as it gets on the interior in the Peach Belt. And we are ready for play here on the Eagle Sports Network. Glad you elected to spend part of your Saturday evening with us here on the Eagle Sports Network. We're ready for play inside the center circle. It's Simmerly and Johnson. And the officials in there throwing it up. Ball's tapped back off of the paw of Williams, and Lander gets the first possession in the royal blue uniform, tops and bottoms with yellow accents. Williams over the left-hand side where it's taken in by Harris. Harris between the legs dribbles, gives it to Johnson at the top of the key. Johnson looks to her left, gives it over to Destiny Langford. Back out Mitchell. Mitchell on the right point, pulls the trigger from 20 feet. Misses it long. Rebound hits the front of the rim. Ball bobbled by Wester. Put back attempt from Mitchell. Misses short, and an offensive rebound taken in by Harris. Harris gives it to the top of the key, and Williams back to Harris. Throws it inside. Deflected by Wester. Lobs it forward for Price to the right block. Right hand layup off the glass and in. And CN strikes first. 2-0 lead. 9:20 to go in the first. CN will now press. Press a pressing team is the old adage. Let's see how CN does against Lander. Left wing, it's in the hands of Harris. Harris will dribble it out toward the top of the key and hand it off to Williams. Williams over to the right wing in the hands of Langford. Langford lobs it inside. Johnson right block, backs down, spins into the paint. Right hand shot is long, but a foul is whistled. And it comes on Jekka Simmerly. First on Simmerly, and the team's first. Sends Johnson to the line. 77% foul shooter this year is Johnson, the senior. 6th in the country this year in field goal percentage, and she makes the first foul shot. And she gets one more opportunity. She shot it from the floor at 61%, so she has had a phenomenal senior campaign. Second shot here from Johnson is up. It's in. We're tied at 2. 1 minute into the game. Price coming the other way, crosses over, splits a double team, throws it out. Marosites left corner. Now at Wester left point, bounce pass to Price, right point. Price ball faking, dribbling to her right, handing off Smith. Smith dribbling along the right point, throws it to Wester. Wester turns, pulls up for a jumper, halfway down and out, and the rebound taken in by Harris. Wester was wide open, but it was Harris that put down the rebound after it rattled out. Harris dribbles and then hands off to Langford. Langford over to the left-hand side, Williams. She pulls the trigger from the left point for 3. Misses badly off the right-hand side of the rim. Price with the rebound. Price accelerates left to right into the front court for CN. In a 2-2 game, 8:26 to go in the first quarter. Wester, right block, catches, throws it out, right wing, and Price back to Wester, now out left wing, and Marosites between the rings and Smith, over to the right wing, Price. Price against his own defensive look, one dribble to her left, 3-pointers up, and rattling it in. Price with all 5, CN leads it 5-2, 8:07 to go in the first. In the backcourt, it is in the hands of Williams. Williams lobs it into the front court, top of the key, and Johnson gives it over the right wing now, and Harris. Harris dribbling to her right-hand side, 17 and 16 to shoot for Jessica Harris, the rookie. Over to the right-hand side now, Langford lobs it in for Johnson. Backdoor toss for Mitchell on the left block. She puts a shot up and draws a foul on Mika Wester as Wester, the junior, picks up her first, team second. Lander as good as it gets in America in terms of getting to the free throw line. Lander this year was 7th in the country and made foul shots. And they shoot it at 75%, the best margin in the Peach Belt. First shot is in from Chelsea Mitchell, 76% foul shooter. These two teams very similar, basically in the way that they run the program. Both high percentage offenses, high percentage free throw shooting teams. And one more here for Mitchell. She hits it, and it's a 5-4 ball game with 7:48 to go in the first quarter. Carson-Newman basketball. Price breaks the pressure, gives it to the left corner of Marosites. Now out to Wester between the rings. Cross court to Smith, right wing. She pulls the trigger from deep. Misses long. Rebound taken in by Langford. Langford splits a double team. Sprints the other way. Shovels it off to Johnson on the right block. She misses the layup attempt. And the ball taps out of play. Last touch by Wester of Carson-Newman. And it stays with Lander. 1 point, CN lead in the 13th all-time meeting. Each team has won 6 in the first 12. Inbound coming here for Harris. Lobs it out to Johnson, right point. Johnson dribbles to her left, hands off Mitchell. Mitchell dribbles once to her left, ball fakes, then throws it out to Harris. Harris over to the right wing and Williams inside to Johnson. Back out Williams. Ball fakes, 19 and 18 to shoot. Plenty of time. Lobs it inside for Johnson. Johnson is triple team. Throws it out to Williams. Right corner three is in from the right corner as she buries the triple. Lander with its first lead of the game. It's 7-5, 7:08 to go in the first. Price breaks the pressure, dribbles into the paint, and an offensive foul. Stepping in to take it was Jessica Harris. And Price picks up her first. 3 team fouls here in the first 3 minutes against Carson-Newman. 7-5, the lead for Lander with the basketball. 3 minutes into the game. Smith a steal as she taps it away from Mitchell. Pulls up, right side of the lane from 7 feet and cashes in the jumper. 7 apiece, 6:52 to go in the first. Quickly the other way comes a sprinting Langford, and she puts in the shot off the glass. Wester inbounds it with CN trailing by 2, 6:43 to go in the first. Price dribble and hands off to Smith. Smith on the right wing against zone defense, fires it to Simile on the right elbow. Simile pivoting, then picking up her dribble, throws it to Price in the right corner, pulls the trigger for a deep 2 and cans it. 2-point jump shot, and we're tied at 9, 6:27 to go in the first quarter. Into the front court comes Williams. Williams pulls up at the free throw line and hits a jumper. Lander is 3 of 7 from the floor, but it feels like they're making everything. 6:17 to go in the first. Price catches near midcourt and dribbles across the timeline. Shovels it over to Simmerly. Left side lane jump shot, rattles it in. CN is 5 of 7 to start from the field, and we're tied at 11 with 6:06 to go in the first quarter. In the backcourt, it's in the hands of Mitchell. Gives it over to the right-hand side of Williams. Williams forward for Johnson, top of the key. Now the right corner and Langford. Langford back out top for Harris. Harris will set up the offense with 5:50 to go in 11-11 game. Left wing, it's Williams for 3, missed it long. Rebound towards the corner, and Johnson tracks it down. Gives it out towards the top of the key, and Harris. Harris sets up the offense in an 11-11 game with 5:40 to go in the first. Top of the key, the basketball in the hands of Harris. Over the right wing, now it's Langford. Langford off of the screen to her left, to the middle of the paint. Little teardrop, little long. Rebound tapped around, and it's Johnson that saves it. No, she steps on the sideline along Carson-Newman's bench. And it goes to Carson-Newman as Stubblefield checks in for CN, replacing Simmerly. 5:26 to go in the first quarter. We're tied at 11. Carson-Newman basketball. Wester will inbound on the near right sideline in front of the bench. Harris Price with 7. 3 made shots as she baseball passes it to Stubblefield. Shovels it off to Smith. Smith dribbles down the left side lane, then throws it to Wester. Wester one dribble to the left block. Left-hand layup off the glass and home. CN's made the last 4 shots. And it's a 2-point lead for the Lady Eagles with 5:14 to go in the first half. The left corner, the ball in the hands of Harris. Harris back out to Langford. Langford over to Williams, right wing 3, missed it short. Rebound pokes, right to Mitchell on the right block. She catches and puts it in. Easy buckets now for Lander as CN has it in a 13-13 game halfway through the first. Price shovels it over to Stubblefield on the right block. She ball fakes, puts a shot up, and then draws a foul. Johnson picks up her first and the team's first, and it brings us to a break in play. And it's a 13-13 contest with 4:52 to go in the first. We're tied at 13 as we step out for a break in the Southeast Region Semifinals on the Eagle Sports Network.
Newman students. Bring in your valid student ID when you order for pickup or delivery, and Domino's in Jefferson City will give you a steaming hot large one-topping pizza for $4.99. That's a large one-topping pizza for Carson-Newman students for $4.99 at Domino's in Jeff City. Call 865-471-6700 to order. That's 865-471-6700. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Insurance, it's about people, not things. It's about security. It's about confidence. It's about relationships. It's about trust. It's about you. As a local independent agent, Bible Insurance Agency can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family. Give the people you love safe, sound, secure protection from Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown.
13-13, the early score here in the Southeast Region Semifinals. Lander has 5 second chance points in the early going. Carson-Newman 4 points off turnovers, and certainly areas where each coach would like to make some adjustments in those categories. Katie Stubblefield at the free throw line to shoot 2, and her first shot is up, and it's long. Off the back left-hand side of the rim. And she will get one more to try to regain the lead here for Carson-Newman. Second shot from Stubblefield. Short iron, backboard, hangs on the rim, and then drops through. CN back on top, 14-13. In the front court comes Jessica Harris. Hands it off, top of the key, and Williams. Williams dribbles toward the paint, then just backs things out. Over to Harris. 2 passes to the left wing, and Langford. Langford with the basketball, dribbles toward the middle of the paint. Right-hand layup up and in. Langford able to get an easy bucket. And Lander back on top, 15-14. 4.5 to go in the first quarter. Smith on the right wing. Looks to her left-hand side and will set up the offense. Crosses over against the defense and then hands off Wester left point. Wester dribbles to her right. Had a big game the first time around. Dribbles to her left. Pulls out for a jumper from 14 feet and buries it. CN back head 16-15. Here comes Lander the other way. Langford to the right block. Hangs in the air and puts in a right-hand layup. 17-16. Lander back on top. 4 minutes to go in the first. Wester gives it over to Marosites left wing. 30 feet from the bucket. Marosites dribbles into the three-point arc, then backs it out and bounces it now for Wester. Wester dribbles once, picks up her dribble, throws it to Tori Griffin right wing. She pulls the trigger from 3 and hits it. Tori Griffin hits. CN is 8 of 10 to start the game from the floor. 19-17. CN's lead, 3:40 to go in the first. Johnson at the top of the key, throws it over to the left-hand side. Williams now left corner in the hands of Langford. Langford dribbles to her right, throws it out Williams. Williams between the rings with her team down by 2, 3.5 to go. Left point, it's in the hands of Langford. Now to Johnson, back out Harris left point. Now Mitchell catches it 20 foot. Right elbow jumper, she bangs it home, and Tori Griffin runs over. Griffin picks up her first, it's the team's 4th. And we're tied at 19, sending Mitchell to the line. Kelsey Marosites is in, she replaces Mika Wester. And now Harris Price will come into the ball game as well. And she replaces Bree Smith. 19-19. 3:19 to go in the first. And it's Mitchell at the free throw line. Mitchell bounces it a couple times, puts the right-hand shot up, and puts it in. 20-19. Lander on top with 3:19 to go in the first. Marosites inbounds it to her sister, Kelsey. Kelsey picks up her dribble, throws it forward for Harris Price. Price cross-court pass to the left wing, and Kayla Marosites. She dribbles down the right side of the lane, right-hand layup, missed it short. Didn't get the right angle on it as she was leaning to her left, and the rebound taken in by Mitchell. Ahead to Langford. Langford to the right wing now, and Williams. Williams lobs it inside for Johnson. Johnson on the right block, backs down, spins back left, and a traveling violation will be whistled on Johnson as she was spinning back to her left. Turnover for Lander, number 3. Carson-Newman's deficit is 1, 20-19 with 2:54 to go in the first. Kayla Marosites will inbound the basketball and gives it over to her sister, Kelsey, who juggles it, and a terrible pass from Kayla, and it's the second turnover of the game for Carson-Newman. 2:53 to go in the first. CN trails by 1. 6th-ranked team in the country trying to advance to a regional final for the second time in the history of the program. Inbound toward the left block is tapped by Stubblefield and taken by Marosites. Another steal for Kayla. Throws it out to her sister Kelsey. Left wing threes up, halfway down and out. Rebound tapped out. Kelsey's the one that takes it. Dribbles to the paint, puts a shot up that's partially blocked. And then Katie Stubblefield grabs the rebound, and a foul is whistled underneath. And it is on Brashae Johnson. Her second personal foul. And Johnson picks up 2 and takes a seat on the bench. Replaced by Leah Pettit. So mark that down. 2:40 to go, and her team's up 20-19. Price to inbound it on the baseline. Price lobs it. Stubblefield has it tapped, and then a hold whistled here on Pettit. Certainly looked like it could have been a play-on situation. Instead, they whistled a foul, and it's the first on Pettit, team's third. And Price to inbound the basketball. Once again on the baseline. Price throws it out to Griffin, and it's intercepted by Mitchell. Mitchell dribbles behind the back, all the way into the front court, stops at the free throw line, pivots, throws it out to the top of the key, and Harris. Back to Mitchell, right wing. Inside it goes for Pettit. Pettit one dribble, right-hand shot, hits the back of the iron, and drops in. 22-19 the lead for Lander with 2:20 to go in the first. Kayla Marosites, left corner, pulls the trigger from three, and hits it. And CN has tied it at 22 with 2:14 left in the first. And down in the backcourt to Williams. Crystal Williams will dribble toward the middle of the floor, then bounce it over to Mitchell. Mitchell to the right wing, and Langford, one dribble, pull up 15-footer, missed short. Rebound to Kelsey Marosites. She looks to press. Left to right the other way. Kelsey Marosites hands off Harris Price. Pulls the trigger from the right point. Halfway down and out. Rebound to Mitchell on the left block. Mitchell hands it off to Langford, and Langford will sprint right to left the other way. Langford throws it cross court. Harris, left corner, three-pointers up. It's in. 25-22, Lander on top. Price catches the inbound with 1:39 to go. Price dribbles down the right side of the lane, and then Harris tips it out of play along the baseline, and CN will get the basketball. Mika Wester is back in for CN as Ariana Sanders will check in and replace Crystal Williams. Kayla Marosites gets a break, and now Jekka Simmerly is back in to replace Stubblefield. Lander shooting 53%, CN shooting 60%. 25-22, inbound to the right wing, and Wester. CN ball as Kelsey Marosites is whistled for a double dribble. She dribbled to her left and picked it up, and Carson-Newman turns it over for the fourth time. 25-22, Lander on top with 91 seconds to play in the first. Ball right sideline, it's Mitchell. She'll dribble into the front court, pick up her bounce, and give it over to Langford. Langford dribbles to the right wing, has the rock, bouncing it against the ground and throwing it out Harris, top of the key. Harris back to the right wing, and Langford. Langford off the screen, crosses back over left to right, shovels it for a streaking Pettit. The shot is up, it's long, but a foul is whistled underneath on Kelsey Marosites as she stepped in to bump Pettit, and Pettit will get to the line. Pettit is 10 of 22 at the line this year. 3-point lead for Lander, and a back and forth early going. Already 7 ties, 7 lead changes. First shot is up and in from Pettit, and it's 26-22. Bree Smith is back in, replacing Kelsey Marosites, as now Tabitha Daly checks in and gives Chelsea Mitchell a breather here with 1:14 to go in the first. Pettit to get one more. Lander has made all 6 of its foul shots already in this game. Second shot from Pettit is up. It's short. Rebound taken on the right block by Wester. Wester dribbles between the legs in the backcourt, and she'll set up the offense in a 4-point game. 68 seconds to go. Smith has it slide through her hands, out of bounds. Just took her eyes off of it. And Carson-Newman has turned it over 5 times. Lander has its largest lead of the game. 4 points, 26-22. And it'll be Daly to inbound it in the backcourt. Gives it to Harris. Harris will dribble past Price toward the front court, and now settle things down and set up the offense. Jessica Harris with the basketball between the legs, dribble, 20 to shoot as she hands off to Langford. Langford dribbles to the top of the key, crosses over, back right to left, loose ball on the floor, picked back up by Langford. She gets it out to Harris. 11 and 10 to shoot. And Harris will get a screen to her right from Pettit, pulls the trigger from deep on a 3, missed it long, and the rebound out to the right wing. 3-pointer up, it's an air ball from Langford, and then it goes out of bounds off of the hands of Sanders. Kevin Pedersen was standing right in front of me, and he couldn't believe that Langford decided to pull that quick trigger. Wester will inbound it and give it forward to Griffin, far left sideline. Griffin crosses over, picks up her dribble, throws it back to Wester. Wester, cross-court pass to Smith, right corner. Back out Price, right wing. 27 and 26 in the opening quarter. CN trails by 4. Price dribbles, hesitates, dribbles to the right block, air ball on the layup, tapped by Wester to Simmerly. Her put back in the middle of the paint is back up and in. 2-point lead for Lander with 13 and 12 to go. Harris into the front court, throws it over to Pettit. She misses the layup. Rebound tapped out. It's Price. 2-on-1 the other way. Price dribbling 5 and 4, bounces it to Griffin. Griffin is blocked, and it's a jump ball with 2.5 to go as Langford with a big block on Griffin. With 2.5 left, it's a 2-point game. And now It'll be a CN inbound on the baseline in a 2-point contest. 26-24 Lander. Inbound from Price here. Will come out to the left wing. Smith grabs it in the front court. Heaves it up there, and it's an air ball, and that's how the quarter comes to a close. CN shoots 59%, but that's how the opening quarter comes to a close here inside of Holt Fieldhouse. 26-24, Lander on top at the end of the first here on the Eagle Sports Network.
I'd rather be golfing. Floating in a pool doesn't sound too bad. I'm grilling. I'd even rather change a flat tire. These are all things I would rather be doing right now than blowing insulation into my attic. But hey, I'm almost finished, and it'll help me save money on my electric bill. Money for my next round of golf. Save energy and money at togetherwesave.com.
Savings for Eagle fans just like you from AEC, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 10.5 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long. From the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
26-24. Lander with the lead here in the Southeast Region Semifinals. Lander and Carson-Newman have tangled 12 times. Carson-Newman has won 4 of the last 5. But Lander has won the game in the NCAA tournament, and that was the Southeast Region semifinal in 2010. Lander basketball out of the start of the second quarter as Mitchell gets his left point, misses a 20-foot jump shot, and similarly tracks down the board in the right corner. Gives it forward to Wester, and she dribbles into the front court. Wester dribbling, stops on the right elbow, pull-up jump shot, halfway down and out. Rebound tapped around, and it's Kayla Marosites that comes out of there with it. She dribbles to the right wing. Crosses back over, flips it over to Price, left wing. Wide open, look at a 3. Missed it short. Rebound taken in by Langford. Langford fires it forward for Harris, streaking down the left side of the lane. She puts up a left-hand layup and missed it, but an offensive rebound to Daly. She misses that one, and similarly with the board. Ahead of Price. 2-point game. CN with the basketball. 45 seconds in to the second quarter. Left wing, it's Kayla Marosites. Dribbles to the paint, throws it out. Right wing, Price. Price bounces it for Wester at the free throw line, throws it out right baseline. Similarly, she cans the jumper, and we're tied at 26, 60 seconds in to the second quarter. 26 apiece. The basketball in the hands of Langford, top of the key. Over the right wing now on Harris. Harris off of the screen to her left, stops at the free throw line, hesitates, picks up her dribble, gives it over to Daly. Daly dribbles along the baseline, throws it in for Mitchell. Right hand layup as she contorts her body, is up and in. Plus she draws a foul. All started with the breakdown defensively as Daly was able to get in there, and Jekka similarly has picked up her second personal foul. Not the deepest Lander club of all time, but they're able to use these substitutions as Williams comes in and gives Harris a break. Now Simmerly comes out and Katie Stubblefield is back in. 28-26, 4-seeded Lander with the edge here early. And Mitchell to get a foul shot. Chelsea Mitchell already with 9 points. She makes her 4th free throw and she's into double figures with 10. 29-26. And Wester will now get a chance to run the baseline. As she throws it forward for Smith. Smith catches near midcourt, dribbles down the right side of the paint, puts a shot up, and draws a foul as she's dribbling toward the right block. The whistle here goes on Crystal Williams. That's her first. Team's first here of the quarter, and Smith gets to the line. 79% shooter on the year, made the second most foul shots in the South Atlantic Conference this season. CN, the regular season and postseason champions in the league. Lander out of the Peach Belt, finished second to North Georgia in the title game. Nighthawks have made it through to the Southeast Region Finals for the first time in program history thanks to a 30-foot jumper from Schedule. 29-27 as Smith makes the first, and she makes the second, rattling it in. 1-point game, 29-28, 8:39 to go in the second. In the backcourt, ball in the hands of Langford. She crosses the timeline against no pressure this time from CN. Now to Williams between the rings, back to the right wing, and Langford lobs it inside for Daly. Daly squares up, throws it out to the top of the key, and Williams back to the right wing, and Langford. 13 and 12 to shoot. Langford crosses over left to right, pushes it into the middle. Daly puts a shot up, and a foul will be whistled here on Carson-Newman, and I believe it's on Marosites. Kayla picks up her first, team second, and they say it's in the act of shooting as well. Don't know about that, but there will be foul shots here for the right-hander Tabitha Daly. 17 of 26 at the line this year. And she puts the first one up and rolls it home. One more foul shot coming here for Daly. 30 to 28. The lead right now for Lander. Second shot is in, and it's a three-point game. Lander back ahead by 3, 8:18 to go in the first half. Wester in the backcourt. CN shooting 52% as Price gets it left wing. Price dribbles to her right, hands off Wester. Wester dribbles to her left, shuffles it out to left wing Marosites. Marosites looks inside off of the screen, dribbles through a double team, has it tapped, loose ball, taken up by Ariana Sanders. She dribbled off her foot but picked it back up, then gives it to Langford left wing. Langford dribbles toward the middle of the paint to the right block. Right hand layup is short, but a foul is whistled as she gets toward the paint, and it's on Brianna Smith. It is her first and the team's third. So Lander getting to the line. This is what they do so well. 7th in the country in made foul shots. And it'll be Langford at the line, a 70% foul shooter. 3-point lead for Lander. They can take their largest if she makes both. First one is up there, and the first one is long. And one more attempt coming here for Destiny Langford, the sophomore from Lexington, South Carolina. 31-28. Lander's lead. They had the lead for the last several minutes. Langford bends her knees, puts the shot up there, misses this one long, but Mitchell's there for the board again. Rebound taken in by Mitchell. She throws it over to the right wing where it's tapped by Smith into the hands of a waiting Sanders. A lot of offensive rebounds. That's 8 of them now for Lander. Bounce pass over to the right wing where it's taken in by Sanders. She dribbles to her left, pulls up, 17-foot jump shot, and she rains it in. 5-point lead for Lander, 33-28, 7.5 to go in the first half. Price picks up her dribble, throws it over to Wester. Wester dribbles across the timeline, left to right. In the all-white uniform, tops and bottoms. Wester hesitates to her right, between the legs dribble, throws it out to the right corner, and Price. Price dribbles to her left-hand side, hands off Smith. Smith dribbles down, pulls up, 12-foot jump shot, rolls off the rim, left-hand side. Mitchell's there for the board. Mitchell fires it forward. It's tapped by Stubblefield and taken away by Price. Turnover number 5 for Lander. Price with it on the left wing. Price will give it over to the left wing, and Marosites. She throws it inside. It's tapped by Mitchell, and she takes it away, and then Mitchell throws it to a teammate where it's kicked by Wester with 28 on the shot clock. 6:55 to go in the first half, and it's a 5-point lead for Lander. They've led for nearly 7 minutes in this game already. 33-28. The lead right now for Lander. Right wing in the hands of Langford. Back out between the rings. It's in the paws of Williams. Williams dribbles between the legs, throws it out to the right wing, Langford. Carson-Newman in a zone defensive look this time, 2-3. Ball comes to the high post, Mitchell, throws it out to Langford. Langford splits a seam, throws it out Mitchell. Mitchell tosses it out, Williams, left wing three-pointers up. It's long, rebound underneath, tapped around, and it's Marosites, the last one to touch it. CN not doing a very good job on the glass whatsoever right now. And Tori Griffin comes in replacing Smith, and now Jessica Harris will come in for Lander. As Destiny Langford will get a break. Kevin Pedersen really does a nice job with his substitutions with that lighter bench that he has. He's been playing without Malia McKenniff, who was a solid player the first time around. Inbound comes to the left corner, and Sanders, and she's wide open and buries a three. 36-28. Lander on top as Price comes the other way, throws it out left corner. Kayla Marosites bangs in a three, and Carson-Newman back within 5 at 36-31. Here comes into the front court Williams, throws it over to Harris left wing. Harris throws it to the left corner. Sanders wants another three from that spot and hits another one. Sanders has hit her second three in the matter of moments, and it is an 8-point lead for Lander. And Carson-Newman right now not taking care of business defensively, and Lander has its largest lead of the day at 8, 39-31 with 5:57 to go in the second. Can Carson-Newman get things rolling? We find out next on the Eagle Sports Network.
My name is Cadet Amber Calvillo. I'm in the 278th in the Army National Guard, and I currently go to Carson-Newman. I joined the Tennessee Army National Guard for the experience mainly, so I can say that I'm a part of something totally bigger than myself.
Text 278-ACR to 70000 to join the Tennessee Army National Guard. At the Cade Insurance Agency, our focus is you. The Cade Insurance Agency offers personalized protection plans to cover your auto, home, business, or life and health. At Cade Insurance, our goal is to partner with you in determining your insurance needs and to provide the best customer service. At Cade Insurance, we believe that loyalty is a quality that is earned. You are important to us. Call 865-475-3391 for a quote today or visit CadeInsuranceAgency.com.
Back inside a Holt Fieldhouse in the Southeast Region Semifinals. Round of 32 game. Carson-Newman the top seed, trailing by 8 here to Lander, a team that they beat already this season. Wester with it at the top of the key for CN. Stops at the free throw line. Throws back to her cut for Griffin. Right block. She got under the bucket. Hits the underside of the rim. Rebounded to Kayla Marosites' hands, however, as Wester now gets it. Wester gets it right back from Stubblefield. Throws it out to the right corner. Kayla Marosites for 3. She hits another one. Kayla Marosites with 9 points. And Carson-Newman down by 5 once more at 39-34. 5.5 to go in the opening half. Top of the key, it's Harris. Now to Mitchell. Right point. Jump shot is up. Missed it short. Rebound underneath. Taken in by Harris. Another offensive rebound. 10 offensive rebounds for Lander. Right wing. It's in the hands of Harris. Harris dribbles to the free throw line. 9 and 8 to shoot. Harris crosses over right to left. Out Mitchell left point. Mitchell with a basketball. Throws it out left wing. And Sanders 1 second to shoot. Sanders won't get a shot off. Lander had the ball with plenty of time on the shot clock, and they never looked to do anything. 39-34. CN trailing Lander as Wester throws it in. It's caught by Wester at midcourt. Now 2-on-1 the other way. Marosite stops from 7 feet, misses a shot long. Rebound is tapped out, but a foul will be whistled underneath as Stubblefield had tremendous position underneath. And it is on Sanders, who picks up her first and the team second. 4:56 to go in the second quarter. CN down by 5. Inbound for Price. Shoveled out where it's deflected by Sanders on the left corner. Out of bounds on the baseline. And another inbound for Price and company. CN shooting 50%, but they have given up 10 second chance points. Inbound here from Price. Price will bounce it to the left corner and Wester. Wester faces up, dribbles to her left, stops at the left elbow, goes between the legs again, bounces it inside for Stubblefield. It's deflected and taken away by Mitchell. Mitchell again screaming through. That is the 4th steal of the game for Lander. Ahead by 5. Harris dribbles to the left baseline. She's trapped and throws it out to the top of the key and Williams. Williams cross-court pass to Sanders right wing. Sanders dribbles off the screen to her left, pull up, 20-foot jump shot, hits that one. Sanders with 10 points. And the lead is 7. 41-34 for Lander with 4:25 to go in the first half. Griffin, right corner, wide open, look at a 3. She missed it long. It goes over the head of Kayla Marosites as she was crashing. And here comes Harris the other way to the right block. Right-hand layup as she hangs in the air and puts in the layup. 9-point lead. Here comes CN left to right. Harris Price down by 9 is CN. Price on the right wing, picks up the dribble, throws it to Stubblefield. Stubblefield looks inside, now dribbles right baseline, throws it for Griffin at the free throw line. Griffin dribbles all the way to the left block, puts a shot up. That is an air ball, but it's a foul. Whistled on Sanders, who has now picked up her second foul. Team's third. And Griffin gets to the free throw line. CN 3 of 4 in the game. Griffin shoots it at 80% on the year. 9-point game, Lander on top, trying to pull the upset. Griffin makes the foul shot. 43-35, the lead right now for Lander. Carson-Newman is 4-2 all-time in this gym against Lander. 2-4 everywhere else. 6-6 overall series 43-35 with 3:56 to play in the second. Griffin's foul shot again. Slides through the cords, and it's 43-36 with 3:56 to go in the second. CN trailing by 7 on defense, needing some stops. Lander has made 55% of its shots as dribbling in the middle of paint is Williams. She runs over Katie Stubblefield, and it's an offensive foul. Her second, now the team's fourth. So Johnson with 2, Sanders with 2, and Williams now with 2. Wester to inbound the basketball, gives it to Kelsey Marosites, and it's tipped out of play by Mitchell. 3:47 to go in the first half. Carson-Newman trailing by 7. I don't think the clock ever started. At least the shot clock never moved. And now Kevin Pedersen will call for time with 3:47 to go in the second. And Lander will set something up here in a 7-point game. Lander's pretty much been in control in this one. They felt like they've had the upper hand throughout. Eagle fans, AEC is your Touchstone Energy Cooperative. Service you can trust and value you can depend on. Powering Mossy Creek, we're AEC, member-owned and service-driven. Carson-Newman has rattled off 22 straight home wins. That is the 6th longest margin in the country this year. And Carson-Newman is trying to win on its home floor in the NCAA tournament, but in an absolute battle right now with a very similar-minded Lander Ball Club. 43-36, CN not getting stops frequently enough on the defensive end, and even when they do, they're giving up offensive rebounds. Lander with 10 second chance points in this game. 43-36. Wester will inbound the basketball, give it to Griffin underneath the basket. Griffin pivots around, now will dribble toward the front court, crosses over near midcourt, picks up her dribble, throws it to Wester. Wester dribbles toward the left wing, now down the left side. Lane had it stripped away by Langford, and she picks it up on the wing. Langford into the front court, picks up her dribble. Her pass is deflected, and it's taken by Griffin. Griffin, right on the right wing, was able to pick it up. Griffin left to right into the front court, over the right wing. Kelsey Marosites wants a 3, missed it long. Offensive rebound to Wester, and she is fouled underneath. And it's on Chelsea Mitchell. It is her first, team's 5th. That means foul shots coming here for Carson-Newman's best free throw shooter. 43-36. Carson-Newman trailing 4th-seeded Lander here in the Southeast Region Semis. Wester at 90% on the year. Bends her knees, puts the left-hand shot up, and eases it right through. 43-37 in a high-scoring affair. Carson-Newman, 3rd best scoring team in the country. Lander 13th. Second shot here from Wester, rattles in. It's a 5-point game. 43-38. 3:15 to go before the break. In the front court, it's Williams. Williams surveys the landscape against man-to-man defense. Williams breaking things down and throwing it over to Harris right wing. Harris crosses over right to left, then backs down Smith, and now goes out beyond the 3-point arc. She dribbles it off her foot. It's taken away by Kelsey Marosites. She picks up the ball, crosses over a couple times, now picks up her bounce and throws it over to Wester left wing. Wester on the left wing, crosses over right to left, the left baseline, puts a shot up that's way off. Looked like she was fouled, but no whistle. Taken in by Langford. She dribbles into the paint, right-hand teardrop long off the left-hand side. Rebound to Kelsey Marosites. Gives it to Griffin, and here comes CN now left to right. 2:39 left in the first half. Griffin to the free throw line, throws it out Wester left wing. Cross-court pass to Smith. She juggles it, but grabs it on the near right sideline. Smith dribbling the basketball to the right wing, hands off Kelsey Marosites. 3-pointer is up. It's off the front of the rim, off the back iron, and the rebound taken in by Mitchell, and then a foul is whistled on Carson-Newman. A reach in here, and it is on Katie Stubblefield. It is her first and the team's 4th. Kayla Marosites and Harris Price are back in. Wester and Tori Griffin get breathers. 43-38. 4th-seeded Lander on top. Carson-Newman hasn't made a field goal in the last 3:15. Oh, of its last 5 from the floor in that stretch. 43-38 though. Lander on top by 5. Williams gives it over to Langford left point. Langford looks to her right, gives it now to Pettit. Pettit right point, jump shot, hits it. From 20 feet, a 2-pointer. Pettit cans the jumper. It's back to 7. 45-38. 2 minutes to go in the second. Kelsey Marosites right wing. Marosites dribbles once to her left. Now Harris Price right corner. Price crossing over against Pettit, looks inside for Stubblefield, now out Smith, lobs it inside, good catch from Stubblefield, along the left side of the basket, she catches and puts it in, off the window. Here comes Lander the other way, Langford all the way to the right block, she scoops in a layup off the glass. 47-40, 1:39 to go in the second. Price in the backcourt will dribble it across the timeline, throws it to Kelsey Marosites right wing. She dribbles along the right baseline, stops, pivots back out, and now picks up her dribble, throws it to Kayla, top of the key, over the left wing and Price. Price looks inside, instead dribbles to the right, step back, throws it to the left baseline and Stubblefield. Stubblefield accelerates, spins, puts a right-hand shot up and draws a foul on Pettit, and it'll be her second personal foul. Now fouls starting to rack up here for Lander. 16 fouls here in the quarter, and Stubblefield to the line. Sanders, Williams, Pettit, and Johnson all with 2. As Daly will come back into the game after this first free throw from Stubblefield. It is on the way, and she hits it. CN now 8 of 9 at the stripe. Pettit steps out, and Daly is in. 47-41. CN needs some stops to try to get into the locker room within striking distance. Second foul shot from Stubblefield, short iron, backboard, and then trickling in. 47-43 is the score here inside of Holt Fieldhouse with 1:09 to play in the ball game. Down the right side lane goes Mitchell. She hangs, puts a right-handed shot up. It hits the rim and coasts home. 49-42 the lead for Lander with under a minute to play here in the first half. Kelsey fires it over to Kayla left side. Kayla stops at the top of the key, crosses over at the free throw line, gets to the left block, left-hand layup, up and in off the glass, and one. It is on Daly, her first and the team's 7th. So since Johnson has been on the bench in foul trouble, really Lander has done a nice job of maintaining this lead, 49-44. Kayla Marosites to the line. Kayla Marosites' foul shot, trying to convert the three-point play. She does so. See a 9 of 9 at the line here in the quarter. It's a 4-point game, 49-45. 3/4 of a minute to go in the second. Down the right side of the lane goes Williams. She comes up lame as it's now in the hands of Harris. Harris crosses over left to right. Harris down the right side of the paint, throws it over Williams, and it's taken in by Smith. Smith dribbles the other way, 5-on-4. Smith to the right block, right-hand layups, too long, and the rebound taken in by Daly, and there are 2 Lander players now hurt. Not sure what happened at this other end. Williams got hurt on one end, it's her right knee, and then at the opposite end, it's the right shoulder of Langford. So Williams is slowly getting over toward the bench. And Langford is also hurt, so it is Destiny Webster, 5 minutes per game having to come onto the floor. And now Alexis High, 8 minutes a game, is coming onto the floor as well. So those are 2 key injuries for Lander. Williams, knee injury with 25.7 and a 49-45 game. CN had 5-on-4 and didn't get a bucket. And Langford, a shoulder injury with 25.7 as well. No reason why they didn't stop that play with Lander holding onto the ball. Harris with the basketball into the front court. 4-point lead. Lander can play for the last shot. Carson-Newman has trailed at halftime 3 times this year. Had double-digit leads in the majority of the others. Right wing, ball handed off to Webster. Now back to the right corner in the hands of Harris, dribbling across the paint, throws up a right hand reverse. It's off, and that's how the final buzzer sounds. And for the 4th time this year, Carson-Newman goes into the locker room trailing. It is a 4-point game, 49-45 at halftime. Carson-Newman trails by 4 at the break. CN will try to turn things around as we step out for halftime on the Eagle Sports Network.
Don't know what to wear on game day? Head over to shopcneagles.com for all of your Carson-Newman athletics gear. You can find clothing from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour to cover you from head to toe. ShopCneagles.com also has duffel bags, backpacks, jewelry, pet supplies, and gifts. Don't waste any more time. Prove you are the ultimate Carson-Newman fan with the official gear of the Eagles at shopseeandeagles.com. Visit today.
At the Kate Insurance Agency, our focus is you. The Kate Insurance Agency offers personalized protection plans to cover your auto, home, business, or life and health. At Kate Insurance, our goal is to partner with you in determining your insurance needs and to provide the best customer service. At Kate Insurance, we believe that loyalty is a quality that is earned. You are important to us. Call 865-475-3391 for a quote today or visit kateinsuranceagency.com.
It's halftime. We'll head back to the arena for the ShopSeeAndEagles.com halftime report in just 60 seconds on the Eagle Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Truth be told, your electricity comes from people power, from the hard-working efficiency of the men and women of your electric co-op. Their dedication to providing reliable electricity has kept families and friends connected for generations. And thankfully, people power is one energy source that you can always depend on. Learn more about the power of your co-op membership at togetherwesave.com.
Powering Mossy Creek, we're AEC, member-owned and service-driven. It's halftime. Stats, a check of the ShopSeeAndEagles.com sack scoreboard, and interviews are headed your way.
Side of the right block, and Simmerly, and she finishes up off the window.
But now, here's the voice of the Lady Eagles, Michael Watrang.
Halftime report inside a Holt Fieldhouse. It's 49-45. Lander with the lead at the break. This is the fourth time this year that Carson-Newman has had a deficit at halftime this season. Carson-Newman 2-1 in the other three instances. The only loss in that stretch came to Lincoln Memorial a couple weeks ago up in Harrigan. So it's 49-45. We look at the first half stat sheet. For Carson-Newman, 15-33 from the floor, 46%. CN shot just 33%, but they made 9 foul shots in the second quarter. And that's why they were able to cut the deficit that reached 9 in that second stanza. CN goes 10 of 11 overall in the first half, 91%. Lander on the other side, 18 of 36, 50%. 4 of 10 from the three-point line, that's 40%. And 9 of 12 from the free throw line, 75%. On the other side, for Carson-Newman, looking at individual leaders, Kayla Marosites, 12 points. 2 boards for her, 7 points for Harris Price, 6 apiece from Mika Wester and Jekka Simile. Wester has dished out 4 assists as well. 5 points apiece from Katie Stubblefield and Tori Griffin in the opening half. On the other side for Lander, having to go deeper in their bench than they expected. Chelsea Mitchell with 12 points, 7 rebounds, 10 points for Ariana Sanders, 2 points for Tabitha Daly, and 5 points for Leah Pettit. 8 points for Destiny Langford, 5 apiece from Crystal Williams and Jessica Harris, and 2 for Brashay Johnson, who was limited to just 7 minutes in the first half, and she is Lander's leading scorer at 16 points per night. Carson-Newman gets out-rebounded by 3, 20-17 in the first half. Hustle points, Lander, 16-10 leaders in the paint, 10-6 points off turnovers, 10-7 second chance points, 8-4 fast break points, and 17-10 in terms of bench points, and that's where it stands at halftime. 49-45 is the lead right now for 4th-seeded Lander on top-seeded Carson-Newman. The Eagles trying not to be upset on their home floor. CN's won 22 straight home games. And here at halftime, it is a 4-point game at the break. We step out. Hope to have some live coverage of what's going on in the men's game when we come back in a 4-point contest when we return here on the Eagle Sports Network.
I joined the Guards for the simple fact that I could be home also in the military. So I can have a civilian job and also in the military. I would tell somebody who's trying to join the Guard, who's thinking about it, that it's a great opportunity. Opportunities for school, training, discipline, leadership. There's a lot of opportunities. It broadens your perspective.
Text 278-ACR to 70000 to join the Tennessee Army National Guard.
We select our insurance companies the same way you do, very carefully. When you work with us, you can count on receiving fast, courteous, and professional service and quality protection through Auto Owners Insurance. For a no-problem approach for your life, home, car, and business insurance needs, ask us about the No Problem Company, Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency at 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown, serving the Lakeway area's insurance needs since 1931. A check of the ShopCNEagles.com SAC scoreboard is next. This is the Eagle Sports.
You're on the couch watching the game, and your friend hands you an ice-cold bottle of Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. This is a big moment. That's the sound you love. And that new and improved taste? Yeah, that's the refreshing, delicious, real Coca-Cola taste that you just can't get enough of. All this with zero sugar and 0 calories. Perfection. And then, touchdown! Refresh your game day with the new and improved taste of Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. Taste the feeling.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City has deals for Carson-Newman students. Bring in your valid student ID when you order for pickup or delivery, and Domino's in Jefferson City will give you a steaming hot large one-topping pizza for $4.99. That's a large one-topping pizza for Carson-Newman students for $4.99 at Domino's in Jeff City. Call 865-471-6700 to order. That's 865-471-6700. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Back inside of Holt Fieldhouse, where it's a 4-point differential at halftime in favor of the Lander Bearcats, the number 4 seed, and up in Harrogate, Carson-Newman men's basketball is taking on Clayton State in the opening round of the NCAA tournament, and we join Adam Cavalier live and in progress up in Harrogate here on the Eagle Sports Network.
Turns into paint, somehow keeps his pivot foot, throws it up over his shoulder, can't get it to drop, and Owens comes away with the rebound for Clayton State. Owens coast to coast, down the right side of the lane, swoops it in off the glass over the top. Numbers trimmed in white and leading by 7. Teichman between the rings, sends it over to the left wing, Sean Jones. Top of the key for Cam Holmes, who motions with his right hand. A bounce to Jones, left block. Backing down, Powell turns into the paint, somehow keeps his pivot foot, throws it up over his shoulder, can't get it to drop, and Owens comes away with the rebound for Clayton State. Owens coast to coast, down the right side of the lane, swoops it in off the glass over the top.
Well, having some technical issues up in Harrogate with the connection, but I can assure you, Adam Cavalier's having a good time up there in Harrogate right now, as with 7:07 to go in the first half, it is Carson-Newman leading Clayton State 28-21. CN shooting 73% from the floor in the opening half. Right now, 8 points from Grant Eisman, 9 from Malik Abraham. And Carson-Newman has the lead against Clayton State of 7 points in the opening round of the NCAA tournament up there. The biggest news, though, of the day in Carson-Newman athletics family, it belongs to Carson-Newman's tracks Tanner Stepp. In the Division II Indoor Track and Field Championships, Tanner Stepp is a national champion. He jumps 2.17 meters. And Tanner Stepp is a national champion, the first for Carson-Newman Track and Field in the Division II era. And Carson-Newman has a national champion, so Tanner Stepp, several-time All-American. 7 times, I believe, is the number. And it is Stepp that wins a national championship for Carson-Newman's indoor track and field squad this year. So congratulations to Tanner Stepp. And he is the man that captivates a national championship for the Eagles. Carson-Newman baseball lost today to Catawba 5-2. It was a tight game back and forth, but a 3-run 7th for the Catawba College. Catawba Indians was the difference in that contest down at the Silverdine Baseball Complex as Catawba takes 2 out of 3 in that series. Here at halftime, top-seeded Carson-Newman needs to make a comeback for the 3rd time this year at halftime, trailing 49-45. We're back with the second half action in a moment on the Eagle Sports Network.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa has been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for 10.5 years for the Lakeway area. Lisa's cares about customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's Country Kitchen has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Here's something worth shouting.
From the hilltops to the rooftops.
You're a member of an electric cooperative.
That means you have a say.
A voice in how your co-op is run.
In what's best for the community.
Power to the people.
For the people.
From the people.
Doesn't that sound good?
Learn more about the power of your co-op membership
at togetherwesave.com.
Member owned and service driven. We're AEC, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative. This is Carson-Newman basketball.
Into the front court, loses her dribble, kicks it out, right wing, 3 from Bergstrom is up and good! As the buzzer sounds to end the first half.
On the Eagle Sports Network.
At the Cade Insurance Agency, our focus is you. At Cade Insurance, we're your local agents, real, live members of the community, only 2 blocks from Carson-Newman. We understand the importance of having the proper coverages for your vehicle, whether it be taking a drive through the Smoky Mountains or just driving around listening to your Eagles play. Our team at Cade Insurance can help you get the best coverages with the best companies at competitive prices. Call 865-475-3391 for a quote today, or visit CadeInsuranceAgency.com.
How do you show your support for Carson-Newman? Head over to ShopSeeingEagles.com right now, where they have all of your needs covered. From clothing to outfitting your tailgate party, whether you're hunting, fishing, or on the golf course, ShopSeeingEagles.com is the place for you. All of your everyday essentials, from pens to phone chargers, are in one place. For the best gear in the business, visit ShopSeeingEagles.com today.
49-45 is the score at halftime, and before we start the second half of play, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Eagle Sports Network. Inside of Holt Fieldhouse, I'm Michael Watring providing the play-by-play commentary courtside here in the NCAA Women's Basketball Championships Southeast Region Semifinals. 4th-seeded Lander trying to pull the upset in Carson-Newman's gym with a 49-45 lead at the break. Jack Davis is our producer today, making things work inside of network control in our network studios. Carson-Newman basketball to start the second half. CN has trailed now 4 times this season. CN is 30-2, winners of 22 straight inside of this gym, 15-0 this year. Only 2 games have been decided by single digits, and 1 was last night against Anderson. Harris Price right to left, bounces it to the high post, and Simmerly looks backdoor, hands off Wester. Wester dribbles it, And it's off of Chelsea Mitchell as it trickles out of bounds far right sideline. Carson-Newman had a set dialed up, and Wester was going to try to get a jumper. 4-point game with 9:49 to go in the third. Price to inbound in the right corner. Price, couple of screens, and now throws it, and it's intercepted by Mitchell. Mitchell turns 2-on-1 the other way to the left block. Left-hand layup off the glass and home. Easy layup for Mitchell after a Carson-Newman turnover. Now here comes Price, right to left. Throws it over to the similarly left baseline, out to Wester, left point. Left-hand shot on the way, and she rains it home. Wester with 9, CN within 3. 51-48, 30 seconds gone by in the third. Top of the key, ball in the hands of Harris. Harris over to the left point now, and Sanders. She had a couple big shots in the first half. Now Johnson, who was limited to 7 minutes with foul trouble. Now it comes out top of the key, and Webster. Webster out to Mitchell, right point. Mitchell throws it inside Johnson. She squares up instead, takes the jump shot, halfway down and out. Rebound on the left block to Wester. Wester pivots and will dribble right to left into the front court now. Wester dribbles to her right, splits a double team, pulls up, 12-foot jumper. She rattles it in. 11 now for Wester. She has the first 5 for CN, and a traveling violation on Lander. Carson-Newman did not have its press out there. And the violation goes against the Bearcats. And a timeout called. And it's 51-50 with 8:54 to go. Brings us to a pause and play. 8:54 to go in the third. CN within 1 with the basketball, trying to get the lead as we take a break here on the Eagles Sports Network.
Insurance, it's about people, not things. It's about security. It's about confidence. It's about relationships. It's about trust. It's about you. As a local independent agent, Bible Insurance Agency can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family. Give the people you love safe, sound, secure protection from Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City has deals for Carson-Newman students. Bring in your valid student ID when you order for pickup or delivery, and Domino's in Jefferson City will give you a steaming hot large one-topping pizza for $4.99. That's a large one-topping pizza for Carson-Newman students for $4.99 at Domino's in Jeff City. Call 865-471-6700 to order. That's 865-471-6700. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Back inside the Holt Fieldhouse, Mika Wester has scored the last 5 for CN, and it's a 1-point game. Carson-Newman looking to regain the lead for the first time since the first quarter. Inbound lobs over the head of Wester, and it's taken by Harris. She sprints the other way for Lander to the right block, right-hand layup off the glass and in. CN turns it over again. Wester tries to find Price. Mitchell takes it, and then it comes inside of the right block, and Webster, she gets fouled trying to put the shot up. Sloppy from CN. Wester's second. That's the team's first of the quarter. CN had the ball, and the inbound went over Wester's head. Easy layup. Then Wester threw it away, and now Webster to the line. She's 9 of 10 there this season. 3-point lead for Lander. Webster bending her knees a couple times, then putting the shot up and rattling it home. One more shot now for the right-hander. 54-50 with 8:41 to go in the third. North Georgia won on a buzzer beater. The 3 seed beat 2nd seeded Wingate in the first game tonight. That is the team that awaits the winner of this one. 4-point game. Webster's second foul shot is straight through. It's a 5-point contest. 55-50, 8:40 to go here in the third. Price splitting a double team all the way into the front court. Left-hand pass, Smith right wing. Thought about a jumper, now dribbles right baseline to the right block. Left-hand layup, she used the glass to put it home. 55-50, 8.5 to go in the third. CN needs some stops. Anders made 2 of its first 3. Getting layups as well. Webster right point to the top of the key, Mitchell. Now left wing, it goes in Sanders. Left wing three-pointer, missed it short. Rebound to Smith on the right block. Smith accelerates now the other way, going right to left. Smith for CN. Dribbling to her right-hand side. We'll get a double screen at the top. Off of a similarly screen. Step back, left point jumper is nearly an air ball. Barely hit the rim. And the rebound taken in by Sanders. Sanders left-right the other way for Lander. 3-point lead for the Bearcats with 7:56 to go in the third. Sanders throws it into Johnson. Johnson on the right block, backs down, splits a double team, puts up a shot. That drops off, and we get a foul here on Simmerly, who has picked up her third. And CN fans disagree. Not only do they call the foul, they say it's in the act of shooting. So Stubblefield will be off Carson-Newman's bench as Johnson's back at the line. Has made both of her foul shots. That's all of her scoring today, averaging 16.4. First one from Johnson, front of the iron, backboard and in. Stubblefield is in. She replaces Simmerly, senior for senior. Stubblefield in her 116th game in a CN uniform. 56-52. 7:50 left in the third. Foul shot here coming from Johnson. O'Shea Johnson puts it up there and puts it in. 57-50. Inbound to Marosites near left sideline. Back to Wester. CN down by 5. Wester behind the back dribble, right to left. Crosses over against Mitchell's man-to-man defense. Wester between the legs. Dribbles down the right side of the paint. Flares it to the right corner and Smith. Smith looked inside for Wester. Now crosses back over right to left. Gets to the right block. Puts a shot up. And an offensive foul is whistled. Smith went down hard, and it was a very late whistle as well. Second on Smith. Team's third. Carson-Newman wanted the foul to be a blocking foul. Thought Mitchell slid underneath. 57-52. Bearcats on top. They've led now for the last 14 minutes of the game. Right wing, it's Harris handing it off to Webster. Webster is whistled for a travel. 12th turnover for Lander. Bearcats turn it over for the second time in the quarter. 7:25 left in the third. It's a 5-point Lander lead. CN still within striking distance. There were 7 ties and 7 lead changes in the first quarter alone. Wester gets it on the right elbow. One dribble, throws it to left corner, Marosite. She dribbles to her left. Between the legs dribble, throws it out Smith. Smith, right hand pass to Price, right wing. Price dribbles to her left, picks up her dribble, throws it inside. Stubblefield a catch, evades a defender, and scoops a right hand layup in. 3-point game, 7 minutes to go in the third. 57-54. Lander with the lead and the ball. Left wing it's Sanders. Sanders throws it inside. Johnson can't grab it. Loose ball, bodies to the surface, and a foul is whistled here on Carson-Newman. And it's on Harris Price. That is her second. 57-54. Now Lander is in the bonus the rest of the way for one of the best free throw shooting teams in the nation. 57-54. 6:50 to go in the third. Harris on the baseline to trigger it in. Harris throws it all the way out near midcourt. And Marosite probably should have had that one, but Mitchell grabs it. There's a low-lining pass, and Marosites just couldn't react in time. Mitchell, top of the key, pulls the trigger on a jump shot. Missed it long. Loose ball. It's Johnson that grabs it. Price went to the deck. Gives it right back to the right corner, and Sanders. Sanders dribbles to her left-hand side, sets up the offense. Offensive rebounding, the name of the game right now for Lander. Bearcats dribble to the right-hand side with Harris off of the screen, hesitates, crosses back over left to right, gets to the right block, throws it back for nobody in particular. Mitchell tracks it down on the right wing, 9 and 8 to shoot. Mitchell at the top of the key. Webster wants a three-pointer and splashes it. 6-point game. Webster hits the three, and it's 60-54. Lander with the lead, 6:06 to go in the third quarter. Webster sprints toward the front court, toward the left wing. Webster cross-court pass, tapped by Harris, and she's the last one to touch it as it goes out of bounds along the far right sideline. 60-54, the lead for the Bearcats, shooting 50% in the game. Each team right at that margin. 5:58 to go in the third. Smith to fire it in on the right sideline. Smith will give it to Stubblefield, right wing. Stubblefield dribbles, looks inside on the back door, gives it to Wester now on the right elbow. Wester squares up, passes on a jump shot. Her dribble is tapped, but she tracks it down, now backs down against Mitchell. Left-hand hook shots up and through. Mika Wester easily putting that one in, and it's 60-56 with 5:40 to go in the third. Lander continue to hold the lead. Harris into the front court, dribbles to her right-hand side, and a foul is whistled on Price, and that sends Harris to the line. And Price has picked up her third. Price tried to step in, and now Price has to take a break. The South Atlantic Conference's co-player of the year. It's a 4-point game, and Jessica Harris is at the line. 74% foul shooter. Harris to get the foul shots. Harris Bends her knees, puts the shot up, and puts it in. Lander is 14 of 17 as a team at the line. It's a 5-point game with 5:33 to go in the third. Harris bending her knees, bouncing it a couple times. Squats down, puts the shot up, and puts it in. Lander 6 of 6 here in the quarter, and the lead is 62-56. Griffin, right corner, wide open, looking at 3. Hits the back iron, hits it again. Offensive rebound, Stubblefield. She puts it back up and draws the foul. Harris picks up her first. It's the team's first here of the quarter. 5:26 to go in the third. It's a 62-56 game with Stubblefield at the line. 7 points for the redshirt senior. Stubblefield bends her knees, puts the right-hand shot up there, and tickles the twine to get one more. 62-57. CN just doesn't have that run in him right now. Lander doing a nice job offensively, getting buckets and getting to the line as well. Stubblefield to get one more. Puts the shot up there, hits the front of the rim, drops off, rebound tapped by Mitchell, and it's Harris that grabs it with Griffin breathing down her neck. Harris the other way to the left block, right-hand shot, overshot it, offensive rebound Johnson. She's there for the stick back. 64-57 the lead for Lander. Wester in the backcourt has it swiped out of her hands by Webster across the baseline out of bounds. 5:10 to go in the third. It's 64-57. Carson-Newman trailing the top seed, trying to avoid an upset on its home floor. Wester inbounds it. Smith catches it near midcourt. Smith nearly had it stolen away, but she's able to grab the basketball and now dribble it to the right wing. Down the right side of the paint. Right-hand shot's no good, but she does draw a foul, and we get to the free throw line. And this one's on Sanders, and that's her third. So Smith will get to the free throw line. She walks all the way out near midcourt to tie her shoe and tuck the shoelaces into her shoe. 64-57. Carson-Newman trailing this game by 7. Smith, 2 of 2 at the line. She has 6 points. Bends her knees, the right-hand shot's up and in. 64-58. Basketball has a new tradition. It's Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. Real Coca-Cola taste with 0 sugar and 0 calories. So when it's game time, be sure to grab some ice-cold Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. Taste the feeling. Second shot from Smith is in, and it's 64-59. Sia needs some stops. Lander shooting 50% in the game still. Halfway through the third, 64-59 Bearcats. Mitchell at the top of the key, throws it over to Harris. Harris looks inside, gives it to Johnson at the high post. Johnson squares up, dribbles to her left, runs over Stubblefield, and it's an offensive foul. Stubblefield went to the ground, and it's the third on Brashay Johnson with the team's third, and with 4:46 to go in the third quarter. Can Carson-Newman make a run? Will their winning streak of 22 straight inside a Holt Fieldhouse come to a close? We find out next here on the Eagle Sports Network.
Meet Walter.
Hey, Doc, got my prescription ready?
Walter saves money at the pharmacy.
Here you go, Walter. Oh, don't forget my Co-op Connections card.
Saving money is easy with the Co-op Connections card. You can save up to 85% on prescriptions at over 60,000 pharmacies nationwide.
Walter, your Co-op Connections card just saved you 40%.
And best of all, it's free to Co-op members just like Walter and you.
Eagle fans, get your Co-op Connections card free from AEC, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
The #1 source for Carson-Newman athletics gear is shopcneagles.com, where you can find gear from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour. Shirts, jerseys, sweatshirts, shorts, pants, hats, and scarves. Shopcneagles.com is your source for everything CN. You can even show your school spirit on your smartphone or tablet. All of your game day essentials can be found in one place. Shopcneagles.com.
4:46 to go in the third quarter. Carson-Newman trails 64-59. Lady Eagles trying to avoid the upset here inside of Holt Fieldhouse, trailing by 5. Wester will inbound the basketball on the baseline against full court pressure. Wester will give it to Smith, and Smith will turn and be able to avoid the pressure. Nobody even picks her up until she gets to the right wing. Smith looks inside, gives it out Wester, top of the key. Wester crosses over right to left, goes between the legs, spins back to her left, turns over her right shoulder, left-hand shot, rattles in. Mika Wester taking over in the second half. She is a game high now, 15 points. 3-point game once more. 64-61, 4:25 to go in the third. Down the right side of the lane goes Webster, right-hand shot off the rim. Rebound battled for, goes through a couple pair of hands. Mitchell grabs it, pulls up in the middle of the paint. Her shot rolls off, and Kayla Marosites with a rebound. Marosites dribbles into the front court and hands off Wester. Wester dribbles to the top of the key, throws it out right corner. Griffin, wide open three for the tie. She hits it, and we're tied at 64. Our 9th tie of the game. It's 64 apiece. 4 minutes to go in the third. CN on its run, 7-0 to tie this game at 64. So Griffin, the three-pointer, to get to this point. Harris with it, hands it off to Mitchell, top of the key. Mitchell ball faking, dribbles to her left, pull up, jump shot is up and in, and that ends that 7-0 Carson-Newman run. 66-64. Lander on top, 3.5 to go in the third quarter. Wester in the backcourt will break the pressure against Webster. Wester dribbles between her legs, crosses over a couple times, throws it out. Kayla Marosites, left corner three's up. It's in! CN leads. Marosites has made 4 of 4 from deep. It's 67-66. 10-2 run now for Carson-Newman to get the lead. 3:07 left in the third. Now Carson-Newman's fans coming to life. Chance of defense. Harris dribbles along the baseline, throws it out to the corner. Three-pointer from Sanders, high arcing. It's an air ball. Rebound to Stubblefield. Ahead to Wester. Wester dribbles into the front court to the right point, between the legs. Step back, three-pointer, right point's up. Nearly banked it home, and it comes down to Johnson at the free throw line. Ahead to Harris. Harris will dribble into the front court on the right wing, crosses over left to right. Smith's there to shut her down. Dribbles out now to the right corner. 1 point, Carson-Newman lead. Lander ball, 2:35 to go in the third. 18-17 to shoot as Harris sets up the offense. Harris gives it over to the top of the key. And Sanders right back to Harris. 7-6 to shoot. Harris crossing over, steps in for a free throw line jump shot. She missed it, but Bree Smith came in with a hip check and fouled her. Third on Smith, and 2 shots coming here for Harris. It's just not a very smart contest there. Just let her take the shot. But instead, the foul is committed, and Harris is at the line. Lander has made all 6 attempts that they've taken at the line in this quarter. 1 point lead for CN. Harris at the line, bends her knees, puts it up there, and it rattles out. Hit the front of the rim, hit the back iron, and dropped off. And Crystal Williams is back into the game, replacing Destiny Webster. Williams hurt her knee early, or at the end of the second quarter. And she's back out there. Bree Smith is off the floor as Harris Price re-enters. 1 point game. Harris can tie it here on the free throw. Second shot is in, and we're tied at 67 with 2:18 to go. Price gets the inbound, throws it cross court to the left wing. Kayla Marosites, one dribble, three-pointer on the way. It's in. Kayla Marosites has made all 5 long-distance shots. CN on top by 3. 70-67. 2:05 left in the third. Right wing, ball in the hands of Harris. Lobs it inside for Johnson. Johnson, one dribble, spins back right. She travels. She put a shot in, but as she was shuffling to her left, she traveled. 1:59 left. CN right now is on a 13-2 run to take this lead. Wester with it, crossing the timeline, throws it out right corner. Griffin wants a three-pointer. She connects again. It's a 15-2 Carson-Newman run. Timeout, Kevin Pedersen. And Carson-Newman's fans loving it. Griffin, another three-pointer in that sequence. Carson-Newman trailed 64-57 with 5:17 left in the third quarter. And now with 1:45 left, CN has its largest lead of 6 in this game, 73-67. So it's a 15-2, or 15-3 run rather. Here in the third quarter with 1:45 to go. Lander basketball coming left to right. CN on defense, looking for another stop. They've been clutch here late. CN ahead by 6. Right wing, it's Harris. Gets it inside to Johnson. Johnson double team, throws it out to the top of Keith Sanders. Left wing and Williams. Chance of defense. The ball is deflected and it is kicked by Carson-Newman. It was Griffin that got the kick. She thought she had gotten away with it for a moment. A wry smile. Carson-Newman on a big burst. Trailed 64-57 since that point. It is a 16-3 run. Carson-Newman has made 5 of its last 6. So now they'll have to reset the shot clock as well to 16. Carson-Newman doing a lot of this in the short term. Last 30 seconds, 6 unanswered. Harris on the far left sideline to inbound it. Throws it in. Griffin steps in the passing lane, taps it, but Williams is able to get it with the ball spinning back to her. 10-9 to shoot. Williams will set up the offense. Gives it over to the right-hand side. Three-pointer on the way from Harris. Missed it long. Loose ball. Griffin grabs it, but she steps on the right sideline in front of the Lander bench, near side. And the possession goes back to Lander. 1:18 to go in the third. Carson with its largest lead. Lander hasn't scored in the last 2:23. Inbound coming from the sideline from Harris. Gives it to Mitchell. Right back to Harris along the sideline. Harris dribbles out to the right point, sets up the offense. 70 seconds to go in the third. Good atmosphere here in Southeast Region Semifinal play. CN trying to get back to a regional final for the second time in school history. Johnson top of the key over to Mitchell, left wing. She dribbles once to her left, now crosses back over, keeps her dribble, dribbles to the paint, runs over Katie Stubblefield, and a blocking foul is whistled on the redshirt senior. CN fans letting the officials hear from them with Mitchell going to the line. Mitchell is 4 of 4 with a team high 16 points. Lander 5 of 13 after they started this quarter, 4 of 8. So they're one of their last 5 from the field. Mitchell's foul shot is in. Good stroke from her, and it's a 5-point game. 73-68 with 56.8 to go in the third quarter. Mitchell will get one more shot. Bends her knees, bounces it a couple times, puts a shot up there, and puts it in. 73-69 is the advantage with under a minute to go here in the third. Price breaks the pressure and dribbles to the left wing, hands off Kayla Marosites. Top of the key, Wester. Dribbles to the right, throws it out, Tori Griffin. Right corner, three-pointers up. It's nearly an air ball. Offensive rebound, Kayla Marosites. Dribbles once to the right block, right-hand layup, off the glass and home. Kayla Marosites, 20 points, 4 boards. CN's lead back to 6. 75-69, 35 to go in the third. Top of the key, it is Williams. Williams dribbles to her right-hand side, crosses back over, right to left. Williams dribbles to the free throw line, throws it out, deflected by Price, but Harris takes it. Harris dribbles to the right baseline, 12 and 11 to shoot. Harris dribbles out and will set up the offense. Harris crosses over, right to left, gets into the paint, right-hand shot, blocked by Marosites. She picks it up. Wester with one dribble, then gives it forward to Marosites. 10-9 to go. CN can play for the final shot of the third. Kayla Marosites throws it out Wester, 6 and 5. Wester between the legs dribble, 5 and 4. Wester pull up, top of the key, jumper up. It's in. CN banks it home and leads by 8 at the end of the third. A huge run from CN, and the fans loving it here inside of Holt Fieldhouse. This is a 20-5 close to the quarter, and CN leads by 8. Can Carson-Newman continue to push things out, or does Lander have a run in it? We'll find out next as CN leads at 77-69 on the Eagle Sports Network.
My name is Cadet Amber Calvillo. I'm in the 278th American National Guard, and I currently go to Carson-Newman. I joined the Tennessee Army National Guard for the experience mainly, so I can say that I'm a part of something totally bigger than myself.
Text 278-ACR to 70000 to join the Tennessee Army National Guard. At the Kate Insurance Agency, our focus is you. The Kate Insurance Agency offers personalized protection plans to cover your auto, home, business, or life and health. At Kate Insurance, our goal is to partner with you in determining your insurance needs and to provide the best customer service. At Kate Insurance, we believe that loyalty is a quality that is earned. You are important to us. Call 865-475-3391 for a quote today or visit kateinsuranceagency.com.
Carson-Newman leads Lander by 8 in the fourth. CN trailed by a couple at halftime, 49-45, and they've turned it over by 12. Lander with the ball, top of the key. Over the right wing, it is Sanders. Wants a three-pointer and hits it. That's a huge shot for Lander to start the fourth. Get some momentum back on their side. 77-72, 15 seconds into the fourth quarter. Price on the left wing against Williams' defense. Throws it out Griffin right point. Lobs it inside. Wester turns to her right, picks up her dribble, bounces inside. Marosites right block. She discards Harris and puts in a layup. 22 now for Marosites. Her career high is 23. That came against Lander earlier this year. Right wing, the ball is in the hands of Harris. 79-72, 40 seconds into the fourth. A berth in the region final against North Georgia on the line. Harris top of the key over the right wing into the hands of Williams. Williams dribbles to her right, throws it out. Harris, three-pointer, up from the top of the key, missed it long. Rebound spiked out by Johnson, and it's Harris who grabs it inside of the center circle. 7-point game, 60 seconds into the fourth. Mitchell catches on the left elbow. Mitchell faces up, pulls the trigger on a jump shot. It rattles out. Rebound tracked down by Mika Wester. That is her fifth. Wester throws it forward now for Kayla Marosites. Now to the left wing and Mika Wester. Wester dribbles to her right, throws it out. Harris Price right point. Price dribbles to her left-hand side. Kayla Marosites wide open in the right corner. Ball loops to her. Marosites wants the three. It's halfway down and out. Offensive rebound to Stubblefield. She throws it out where it's deflected by Sanders out to Price. Now left wing. Wester pulls the trigger from three. It's off the right-hand side. Offensive rebound. Kayla Marosites. She puts it back up and in. It's a career high 24 for Kayla. 81-72. CN on top. 8:20 to go in the fourth. Right wing. Harris dribbles right-hand side, and Price is whistled for her fourth personal foul. And Bree Smith quickly off the bench, and Price will have to take a breather. Price with just 7 points, but she does have 6 assists in the game. She's the SAC Co-Player of the Year and a contender for the Southeast Region Player of the Year. Harris to fire it in on the baseline. Lobs it out to Johnson, right elbow. Gives way to the top of the key for a jump shot from Sanders. She misses it short. Kayla Marosites there for a 7th rebound. Gives it over to Wester. Wester will dribble into the front court right to left. Now to left corner in Stubblefield. Stubblefield dribbles to her right, throws it out Smith, inside the center circle. 81-72, 2 minutes into the fourth quarter. CN looking for a 23rd straight home win. Right wing, Smith goes to the basketball, throws it out Wester. Wester cross-court pass, Griffin. Left wing, three-pointers up. It's in! A three-pointer from Griffin. She has 14. CN's lead is a game-high dozen. 82-84-72, 7:40 to go in the game. Harris, right wing, thought about a three, gives it inside to Johnson. She's double-teamed, throws it out to Sanders. Top of the key, three-pointers up, halfway down and out. Rebound to Kayla Marosites in the middle of the paint. Here comes CN, right to left. CN is 15 of 21 from the floor here in the second half. Wester finds Katie Stubblefield streaking down the left side of the lane. She catches and puts it in. Mika Wester with a double-double. A career high 10 assists for Mika Wester. And CN on a 9-0 scoring run to get this to an 86-72 game. Lander starting to find some creases in the defense. We step out for one final time. 7:18 left. It's 86-72. CN on top with 7:18 to go in the ball game on the Eagle Sports Network.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa has been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for 10.5 years for the Lakeway area. Lisa's cares about customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's Country Kitchen has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Okay, let's see. Carson-Newman University. It's been around since 1851. A beautiful campus, amazing student life, world-class accredited academics, competitive athletic programs, a Christian perspective, a top 10 best value school. They give $48 million in financial aid every year, and I get a free scholarship when I enroll. Looks like I've found the perfect place.
Carson-Newman has made 16 of 22 from the floor in the second half. Mika Wester has a double-double with 17 points and a career-high 10 assists. Kayla Marosites has a career-high 24 points. And the duo that beat Lander first time around, Kayla Marosites and Mika Wester, are doing much of the same here today. It's a 9-0 run right now for Carson-Newman after Lander cut the deficit to 5. Largest lead of the game for CN. Lander has not scored in the last 2:36. 7:16 left in the game. Lander ball. Right wing, it's in the hands of Destiny Webster. Dribbles to her right, throws it out, top of the key, and Sanders. Sanders to the left wing now, and Harris. Harris dribbles to her right off of the screen, stops at the top of the key, hands it off on the right wing to Williams. Or Webster, rather. Now back out Harris. Harris dribbles down the right side of the paint, throws it out to the top of the key, and Sanders. Over the left side, Webster. 5 and 4 to shoot. Webster on the left wing, has it taken away by Griffin. Loose ball, goes out of bounds. Shot clock violation with 6:47 left in the game. Kevin Pedersen thought Carson-Newman had possession, and it should have been a reset of the shot clock. No such call. Lander also has struggled from the floor. They are 6 of 19, 1 of 5 in the quarter. They have turned it over 5 times in the half. CN's lead is 14 on a 9-0 run. Smith dribbles into the front court between the rings, hands it, or instead evades a handoff, and a blocking foul is whistled on Destiny Webster. She takes out Bree Smith. First on the freshman and the first team foul of the quarter. 6:38 left in the fourth. It's 86-72. Top-seeded Carson-Newman looking to get to the regional final. Where inbound comes to Stubblefield between the rings. Back to Griffin, right wing. She thought about a three, instead gives it to Wester, right corner. Inside to Marosites, dribbles, then steps back through to the right, misses the layup, rebound tapped out, loose ball, bodies go flying, and it's last touched by Lander. Sanders was the last one to touch it. I don't know if I saw that, but granted I'm all the way across the court. So they check on the shot clock situation, whether or not it should have reset, and it does. 6:27 to go in the fourth. 86-72. CN on top. Inbound here from Griffin. And now a hold as Mika Wester was trying to break free. And it goes on Ariana Sanders. That is her 4th. So her 4th personal foul with 6:27 to go in the game. Griffin to inbound it, gives it to Stubblefield between the rings. Stubblefield dribbles to her right and hands off Mika Wester. Wester dribbles to her left, between the legs bounce, crosses over, back right to left, dribbles down the left side of the paint, puts the left-hand shot up, no foul, offensive rebound. Kayla Marosites, as it banged off the backboard, she puts it back up and in. 11-0 Carson-Newman run now, 88-72 with 6:08 to go in the game. Right wing, it's Harris off of the screen to her left, pulls the trigger on a jump shot, misses it short. Rebound there to Kayla Marosites. Double-double, number 12 of the year for the sophomore. 26 points, 10 boards for Kayla. Smith into the front court, dribbles to the top of the key, picks up her bounce, throws it Wester. Wester bounces in for Stubblefield. Stubblefield backs down, loses possession of it, saves it in. It's saved to Sanders, however, left point, and then we'll get a reach-in foul. Should be on Kayla Marosites, who lost a no, she didn't lose a shoe. Looked like she lost the shoe for a second, but it is the second on Kayla, and the team's second. 11-0 run right now for Carson-Newman, and Mike Mincy requests time. CN starting to pull away here in the region semifinals, ahead by 16 points on an 11-0 run. Update from up the street, Carson-Newman men's basketball leading Clayton State 49-45 with 14.5 to go in the game. Malik Abraham with 12, Grant Teisman with 11. Elsewhere around the country on the D2 side, number 1 Stonehill leads St. Thomas Aquinas 53-45 with 2:57 to go. And the number 1 team in the country, Ashland, about ready to put the bookend on a victory over Grand Valley State, leading it 80-68 with 6 seconds to go in the game. Bowie State, an 8th seed, leads Edinburgh 53-51. Montana State Billings and UC San Diego tied at 43. And games aplenty throughout the country. I'll update you with those throughout the night. 88-72. Carson-Newman on an 11-0 run. Trying to close this one out. Harris gets the ball as she trots into the front court. Lander hasn't scored in the last 4+ minutes. Sanders gets it left point. Sanders throws it over the right-hand side, and Johnson looks to her left-hand side, gives it over to Harris. Harris back out top for Mitchell. Mitchell between the legs, bounce, looks inside, nods her head, and now starts things back over. Dribbles to the left side of the lane, is stripped, but a foul is whistled here. That can put an end to this run. So it goes on Tori Griffin. It'll be her second and the team's third. Carson-Newman with 4 in double figures. Some of the usual suspects, but Tori Griffin has provided big minutes. A career high 20 with 14 points. Made 4 3-pointers in the game. Mitchell at the free throw line. Chelsea Mitchell with 8 rebounds, 18 points. She's 6 of 6 at the line. And Mitchell's first foul shot is straight through the twine. Leah Pettit is in. She replaces Webster. 88-73. Carson-Newman shooting 68% in the second half, leading it by 15 points. 5:23 to go in the game. Second shot for Mitchell. Short iron, trips off, and there's Mika Wester for the board, her 5th. Into the front court, Smith throws it to Griffin, right corner. She pulls the trigger from 3. It misses long. Rebound into Pettit's hands. Good look for Griffin, but she missed it. 88-73. CN on top as Mitchell goes between the legs and throws it out to Sanders. Left wing and Harris. 5 minutes to go in the game. 88-73. Top-seeded Carson-Newman ranked 6th in the country with the lead. Harris, top of the key, gives it to Sanders, right wing. Inside now Johnson. Johnson throws it out. Sanders, right corner, 3-pointers up. Missed it short. Rebound to Pettit. She puts it back up, and she puts it in. 19 second chance points for Lander in the game, and the deficit is 13. That snaps a string of 5 minutes without a field goal for Lander. And now here comes Harris Price with her 4 personal fouls into the game to replace Smith. 88-75, 4:45 to go in the game. Wester will fire it in, lobs it forward for Kayla Marosites near left sideline. She sprints into the front court, left baseline at Stubblefield. Out to Wester, now touch pass to Harris Price, right point. To the right corner and Kayla Marosites. She dribbles left to the paint and runs over a defender. It'll be an offensive foul. Kayla Marosites picks up her first. And I think if that was a blocking foul, Kevin Pedersen was going to lose his mind. He stopped on the floor and didn't realize the official had called the offensive foul quite yet. 88-75. Double-doubles for Marosites and Wester. That duo again providing a pop for Carson-Newman against Lander. So now some moisture out there on the floor. We get that taken care of. Just above the restricted area inside the SAC logo. 88-75. Carson-Newman with the lead. ShopSeeingEagles.com is the official online store of Carson-Newman Athletics, featuring more than 1,100 products from t-shirts and polos to phone skins and pet collars. That's ShopSeeingEagles.com. 4.5 to go. Lander basketball down by 13. Do the Bearcats have a run? We'll find out. Pettit, right elbow, pulls the trigger on a jump shot and splashes it. So Leah Pettit hits the jumper. It's an 11-point game with 4:20 to go. Price gets the inbound, dribbles along the left side of the floor, and crosses the timeline now. Price left to right crossover. Dribbles toward the right-hand side to set up the offense. Hands off Griffin. Griffin dribbles toward the middle of the circle, dribbles back to her right, hands off Price right wing. Price hesitates, strolls down the right side of the paint. Right-hand shot is blocked, and she draws a foul, and will get to the free throw line with 4:01 to go in the fourth. The whistle is on Leah Pettit. It is her third. 4:01 to go in the ball game. 88-77. Carson-Newman leads and Price at the line. 7 in the game, and her first foul shot of the night is in for the 83% foul shooter. Johnson will take a break. 4:01 left. Price to get one more with 8 points in the game, trying to become the 5th double-digit scorer for CN. Second shot is up, and it rattles out. Hit the front of the rim. Matriculated off the right-hand side. 89-77. 3:55 to go. Mitchell the other way. Looked like she traveled. Instead gets it into Pettit. Her shot is an air ball. Offensive rebound to Daly, and then it's taken out of her hands by Wester. Lobs it forward for Griffin. 1-on-4 the other way. Griffin dribbles it out to the right wing. Throws it to Stubblefield at the high post. Back out Price. 3:40 to go. It's 89-77. CN on top. Price dribbles to the right-hand side, hands off Griffin. Griffin dribbles to her left, stops at the top of the key, hands off Wester. Wester dribbles to her right, all the way over toward the right wing. Bounces the ball between her legs, pulls up for a jump shot, hits the front iron. Rebound taken down by Sanders, and Tori Griffin commits the foul to give Lander a chance to score with the clock stopped. That's the 15th foul. Griffin picks up her third. 89-77, we're not done yet. 3:23 to go in the game. CN hasn't made a field goal in the last 2:48 after starting the half 16 of 22. They're one of their last 5. Foul shots coming here from Sanders. 74% shooter on the season, puts the first toss up and rolls it home. Griffin is out. Smith is in for CN. Johnson returns for Lander to replace Daly. 3:23 left. It's an 11-point Carson-Newman lead. Game that's featured 10 ties and 8 lead changes. The majority of those in the first stanza. Sanders back at the line. Bends her knees. And the right-hander spins it toward the rim and hits it. Lander is 21 of 26 at the line. It's a 10-point game. 89-79, 3:20 to go. Lander pressing as Price is able to break it by herself. Dribbles to the right wing, now back between the rings. Can CN close again in a tournament? Over to the right wing, it's Smith. Smith looks inside, gets a screen to her right-hand side. Throws it back to Wester, right wing. Wester looks inside, fires it in for Marosites. One dribble, puts up a right-hand shot, and puts it in. 28 for Marosites. 11 of 15 from the floor. CN's lead is a dozen. 91-79. 2:54 to go in the fourth. Harris at the top of the key. Over to the right wing for Sanders. Lobs it inside for Johnson. Back out Harris. Harris between the rings. Dribbles to her left. 2:40 to go. Mitchell, time wasting away as Sanders gets it right wing. Sanders dribbles to her right-hand side, throws it out Mitchell, top of the key, 3-pointers up, missed it short, rebound into the hands of Daly, lobs it over for Johnson, right-hand layup off the glass and home, and it's a 10-point game once more at 91-81. Inbound to Marosites near left sideline, she'll dribble across the timeline against Harris, and hand it off to Harris Price. 2:18 to go, 91-81, CN on top, trying to close this one out. Price dribbling over toward the right wing, 16 and 15 to shoot. Rewind toward 2 minutes. Price hesitates, back to her right, stops, thought about it, pulling the trigger on a jumper. Stops at the top of the key, throws it to Marosites left wing, inside now Stubblefield. Stubblefield throws it out Wester, 4 and 3 to shoot. Wester dribbling to her left, baseline jump shots up, hits the front of the rim, hangs on the left-hand side and drops through. Wester with 19, potentially the dagger. CN leads by a dozen. 93-81, 1:43 to go. In entry pass from Sanders to Johnson is deflected out of play by CN with 20 on the shot clock. 1:41 to go. 93-81. Inbound coming here from Harris. Harris to fire it in. Harris gives it out to Johnson, top of the key. Johnson jabs to her right, hands it off to Pettit for a jump shot, top of the key, and she splashes it. 93-83, 94 seconds to go. CN ahead by 10. Looking for its second ever trip to a region semifinal. Price with it, between the legs crossover. Price near midcourt. They set up the offense. Price crosses it over. Now a double team comes. Price dribbles to her left off of a double screen. Price crosses over right to left, gets to the left block. Right hand layup, she left it short, and the rebound tapped out of play by Katie Stubblefield with 1:13 to go in the game. Lander basketball, down by 10. 1:10 to go in the game. Harris into the front court. Set up the offense against man-to-man defense. 1:05 left and rolling. Harris with a rock. Dribbling the basketball. 1 minute to go in the Southeast Region semis. North Georgia awaits in the final on Monday at 7. Mitchell throws it back to the corner, and Harris dribbles to her left, 10 and 9 to shoot. Harris throws it inside, it's deflected. Johnson comes away with it, loose ball on the deck. Mitchell grabs it, throws it out. Pettit, a jump shot is in, and it's an 8-point game with 45.7 to go. And Mike Mincy calls for time with an even 45 seconds left and an 8-point lead. So now the officials, I think, are going to have a word when that timeout was called with 45 seconds to go. So timeout from Mike Mincy. Here with 45 seconds to go in the game. Eagle fans, a reminder that Lisa's Country Kitchen is the official restaurant of Carson-Newman. Get their juicy, fresh, never frozen steaks or $2.99 breakfast special. Any day, anytime. 93-85 is the lead for Carson-Newman with 3/4 of a minute to go in the game. Lander, after leading by as many as 9 points in the contest, that was in the second. Carson-Newman closed the gap to 4 near the end of the first half, and it's been all Carson-Newman in the second, shooting 63% in the second half. 93-85. Update from Harrogate, 55-52. CN leads Clayton State in that game. The winner of this one gets the winner of North Georgia in the region championship. Amber Schedule hit one from about 30 feet away, right-hand side of the three-point arc. So a conversation about the shot clock situation here, where it should be, with 45 seconds to go. So it'll be an inbound on the baseline for Mika Wester for CN in the all-white uniforms. It comes into Harris Price. Price evades double team, crosses over against a couple defenders. They got to foul Harris Price because she's not going to let the ball out of her grasp. Harris is just dribbling it around, putting on a clinic right now. Harris Price is finally fouled by Brashay Johnson with 17 seconds left. Nearly a clean pick, but Harris Price was putting on a dribbling clinic. And she gets to the free throw line. Oh, no, check that. That's just the fourth. Sorry. Johnson does pick up her fourth. Lander's got to get a steal here in an 8-point game with 32.7 left. So nearly 13 seconds came off the clock. Stubblefield will fire it in. Stubblefield gives it to Price in the backcourt. Price ahead to Wester. Wester in the center circle. Dribbles to her right. Under a half minute to go. Wester gives it out to Price. Price in the center circle. Dribbles it to the left-hand side. She splits a double team. No foul here from Lander. And Kevin Pedersen says no foul. And Carson-Newman is into the region final for the first time since 2005 as Kayla Marosites for three from the left wing. She puts it in with 6.4 to go. And Kayla Marosites hits the three with her first 30-point game of her career. 31 points for Kayla Marosites. And it's 96-85. Into the front court comes Harris. She chucks up a three-pointer. It's an air ball, and that's how the game will come to a close with 1.5 left. The CN will get to a region final for the first time since 2005. As the ball comes into Wester, they celebrate. Carson-Newman wins the region semifinal with a comeback in the second half, shooting 65%. Carson-Newman wins it 96-85. Lady Eagles are victorious, and they have won twice in the NCAA tournament for the second time in school history, as CN gets the win here over a tough Lander ball club, 96-85. And Kevin Pedersen will shake hands with Mike Mincy about the whole situation. Kayla Marosites probably never should have taken that shot, but Carson-Newman takes it, and Kayla Marosites with 31 points in the game, and CN wins it by a final score of 96-85. So Carson-Newman wins this ball game by an 11-point margin, 96-85 here in this one, and CN is on to the regional final here on this Saturday evening. CN a monster comeback, able to get this victory by a final score of 96-85. Waiting to hear from Mike Mincy here on the post-game report as CN gets this victory here against the Lander Bearcats. Carson-Newman shoots it at a 65% clip in the second half to win this ball game by a 96-85 margin here inside of Holt Fieldhouse.